Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me. Today I want to talk to you about the Cricut suite of precision cutting tools, specifically the Self-Healing Mat, the True Control knife blades, and these metal cutting rulers. These are some staple items that are in almost every craft room. Cricut's been coming out with more and more of these tools that we use every day, but they're not just releasing another knife blade or another cutting knife. They're redesigning them and re-engineering them for today's crafter. Also, a little side note, I'm also giving away 2 sets of each of these precision cutting tools. You can stay tuned to see how you can enter to win, but the winner will be getting a cutting mat, a ruler, and a True Control knife blade. So you want to make sure you enter to win. Now, I do want to say I don't endorse any products that I haven't used and thoroughly enjoy and recommend. I have been using these for a while, but I will say when I first received these products, I thought, wow, they're really pretty, but it's just another mat, blade, and ruler. And let me tell you, I was wrong. I'm going to go through each of these individually, and then I'll show you how they work together to create really the ultimate cutting experience. I'm going to start with the Self-Healing Mats. The mats come in 3 sizes. This is the large 36 by 24 here on the bottom. You see this in almost every video that I make. I love this one. It's probably my most used. This medium one is 24 by 18. It's great for a desktop or a smaller workstation, but you still want enough room to be able to cut your fabric and your paper and your vinyl. And then there's this 12 by 12. I personally keep this one right next to my sewing machine for small little adjustments and items like that. If I need to cut a piece of fabric or something right next to my sewing machine, this fits nicely and it doesn't take up too much space. Now, these are double-sided, and they are different. This 12 by 12 is blue on the front and the gray on the back. They have the same in this one. This is gray on the back. And this one is the same as well. This one is blue on the front and gray on the back. However, the medium mats also come in some designers, and I don't have all of them, but I do have this one. So you have the green, the mint, and again, you have the gray grid on this side. And I also have the pink one. This is the one I keep on my desktop, and it has the pink floral with the gray back. And there is also a lilac version of the medium mat. Like I said, you may have noticed this large blue mat as the one I use for the desktop surface in all my videos. Just a little side note, if you do videos, this works great. It doesn't have any glare to it, so your videos come out a lot nicer. But I like this soft blue color. I think it is pleasing to the eye. It's relaxing, it's calming, and I actually use this in my crafting every time I'm in my craft room. I cut all of my fabric on this. I cut my vinyl. I cut my cardstock. I cut everything on top of this 24 by 36 mat. I love this large surface area. Now, Cricut has redesigned these self-healing mats to include some extra thick surface that resists scratches and cuts better than ever. Before I had this, I had, let me see if I can get this up here. I had this Fiskars cutting mat. And I had only been sewing for a few months before I got these other mats, but this one already has cutting marks in it. I don't know if you can see it, but there are obvious cut marks in it just from my rotary cutter. And this one I've been using for several months, or I would say 2 or 3 months, and I can't see one single cutting mark in it. I can't feel any cutting marks in it. So that alone is extremely important to me. That means this is going to last longer. These are an investment, but it's something you're not going to have to replace very often. Okay, I'm going to put this up here just to make things a little bit easier to see while I'm talking about the markings. These, if you can see this blue line, this perfectly measures a 12 by 12, which is perfect for our Cricut mat. So if you're cutting a material and you want to make it perfectly sized for the Cricut mat, you can lay it right here, line it up with these blue lines, and cut it, and you're good to go. There's also a 60 degree, 40 degree, and 30 degree angle cut on these, so that makes it great if you're, especially if you're a quilter or something like that, where you need to have every square have the same cut line, or you're trying to cut on the bias. That's going to come in really, really handy. Like I said, I personally received one mat from Cricut to test out and use and see what I thought, and I immediately decided to purchase more on my own, and I have replaced all of my desktop surfaces. I really do love these self-healing mats. I think they're pretty and extremely well made. Now let's talk about the metal cutting rulers. Let's face it, I'm a self-proclaimed klutz. I'm always in a hurry, and I'm a roll up your sleeves and get it done kind of person. I dig right in, which can also lead to, you know, trips, cuts, falls. I'm always accident prone. And Cricut apparently knows about the crafters like me, so they've redesigned their ruler and their True Control knife blade with safety in mind. This is an 18-inch metal ruler. It has finger guards, which helps prevent me from cutting myself. You can see it right here. Place your fingers here and you cut on this side. And if you know me, you know I'm always sporting a Band-Aid or two, so I appreciate this feature probably more than anything. It also has a rubber bottom which grips your surface and not only helps the ruler from slipping, but also your paper or vinyl. When you push down on it, it's going to keep it from moving. This ruler, besides the blue and the rose, also comes in mint and lilac. So the whole Cricut suite of tools come in those 4 colors: blue, rose, mint, and lilac. So you can get everything to match your needs. I personally love the blue and the rose, as you can tell, so I'm often purchasing those. So this brings me to the True Control knife blade. Now, I'll be honest, I've had this right here, Relic X-Acto knife, in my stash for years, and you can tell by the rust on the blade how often I use it. So when I got this, I thought it was pretty, but I thought I'm probably not going to use it that much. And honestly, I use this pretty much every time I'm in my craft room now, and let me show you why. First of all, the True Control knife blade is going to come in a package like this, or you can buy just the single knife blade like this. Again, it comes in the pink, blue, lilac, and the mint. The True Control knife blade was made with safety in mind, just like the rulers. And remember, I'm a klutz, so I really appreciate this. You never have to touch the blade of this True Control knife blade. And in fact, they've even got a patent pending on how you change the system. So let me open up the blade kit, replaceable blade kit. Let me show you just how easy it is to change the blade. Like I said, you never have to touch this blade. So we're going to take the lid off. We're going to turn this button. We're going to push it, and you can drop this right into the trash or into your kit or wherever you want to dispose of it. You're going to grab your replacement blade. You're going to push the plunger right on top. Place it in, let the plunger go, and release. And you've got a brand new blade. You can lock it back into place, and you are good to go. Another safety feature built into this True Control knife blade is the no roll design. If I try to roll this with or without the lid, it's going to roll a couple times and come to a stop. Take the lid off, roll, and it doesn't even roll that far. That's because they have put these little nibs on here that will stop it from rolling. That's why I never use this, and let me just show you. I have this blade, and I have that on my table, and I touch it, it's rolling. That's not going to happen with this one. It's going to roll a couple times and stop. This is going to roll right off my table. In fact, I was watching a video the other day where someone was rolling this, and it rolled right off the table and went straight down and pierced the carpet. And I don't know about you, but I've always got dogs laying at my feet. I've got grandkids around. Myself, I'm always barefoot in my craft room. So that seems like a little thing, but it really is a wonderful, wonderful feature and one that I appreciate a lot. So now I'm going to show you how all of these items work together to create really an amazing cutting system. And we're going to start with some cardstock. So you have your ruler, and you have your mat, what you can do is line your mat up, and you know if you have a straight edge, you can line it up right on one of the grid lines, line it up on the second grid line, and if I want a 1-inch strip of paper, I put this ruler down, place my fingers out of harm's way, open my blade, and voila. I have a perfect 1-inch strip of paper. You can see right here on my grid, cut perfectly. If I want to cut a small strip, this is cardstock, by the way, I can make these precise lines. Now, I couldn't do that if I was just using a regular ruler. I would slice my fingers for sure. I know myself well enough to know that. Notice the ruler or the lid didn't roll away. It stopped. It's also got a flat edge on it, so that's an awesome feature. So that's cardstock. Let me show you. Here is some pattern paper, and again, we can line this up. I'm lining it straight with the mat. Oops. I'm going to line my ruler up with the hashtags or hash marks, and voila. If I want to cut freehand, amazing. These are super, super clean cuts. This is very comfortable in your hand. It's not heavy. It's ergonomically designed to feel comfortable in your hand, and it really, really does. Here is some Cricut acetate. And again, let's straighten this up. This is a scrap piece that I had. Let's just make it square. So I'm going to line up this straight corner. I'm going to line this up with the line on the mat. Press it down and voila. Perfectly cut, perfectly straight. And that's acetate. This is pretty thick foiled acetate. And it even has a clear coat covering on top of it that I didn't take off. So again, the knife blade cut that. This is Cricut double-sided metallic poster board. And again, I can line this up, get it straight, line my ruler up, and cut a 1-inch strip. Easy peasy, no worries, freehand. And look, there's not a single line in my cutting mat. It just amazes me. Here is some vellum. And again, this is sometimes hard to cut because it is so delicate that it will just lift up and rip. But I'm using my knife blade, my ruler, and perfectly cut vellum. Another way you might use it is to prepare your vinyl, or after you've cut your vinyl. So I've cut a design out here. I don't know if you can see it, but we will cut our vinyl. Perfect. Or if you're preparing a sheet for your design to be put on the mat, this is a really easy way to cut the vinyl. And let's see, let's cut it this way. There is a design on there. I'm going to show you that. So that's another way I would use it. And let me reveal the design. There we go. I just cut a heart frame. So now I need transfer tape, right? So I can just use my ruler and cut a piece of transfer tape to size. And then I can turn it this way and cut it right to the exact size I need. Peel it off, place it on my design, and I've not wasted any material. This is ready to go if I needed to send this to a client. So that in a nutshell is the Cricut Precision Cutting Tool suite of tools. And these are truly some of my favorite products that I didn't really know how much I would appreciate them until I had them and started using them. So in summary, I really do use these products in my everyday crafting. I love how gorgeous they are. I like how streamlined and re-engineered they are. Cricut just keeps taking our everyday crafting supplies and reinventing them for today's crafter and just making them better and better and better. I do have links for all the products in the description below this video. Be sure and use my code LORRIE to receive an additional 10% off and get free shipping. If you're an Access member, you're also going to get an additional discount. So it's a great time to buy. Now, about that giveaway, Cricut has generously provided me with 2 sets of precision cutting tools. That includes this 18-inch metal ruler, the True Control knife blade, and a self-healing mat. I'm not sure which size you're going to get, but there'll be one of each of these. And all you have to do to enter to win is tell me which one of these is your favorite down in the comments below. Which color is your favorite? Do you like the mint, the rose, the lilac, or the blue? And subscribe to my channel. That's all you have to do. I will pick a winner next Saturday, September 29th, 2018, and I will notify the winner, and there's going to be 2 of you. So chances are good that you might pick up a free set of precision cutting tools. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share, and until next time, never stop making. See ya. Bye.